Imagine your friend asking you for a favor, which turns out to be a hassle, so you're not particularly up for it. Do you reluctantly agree, or do you politely reject it? Sometimes you're put on the spot when favors are asked and you don't quite know how to answer. And sometimes these favors from friends reveal if they truly are your friends. This story is about OP being tricked into babysitting her friend's kids. Today's tale: am I the antagonist for backing out of babysitting a friend's kids at the last minute? I feel like I can admit that I am one of the antagonists in this situation, but I guess I want to know if it's justified or not. So, a week ago, I got a phone call from someone I would consider a friend. We're not super close, but we're friendly, and get together with the same group of friends a lot. She called and said that her kids were talking about how much fun they have with mine, and wanted to know if we were free this coming Saturday, a week and a half away at the time. My kids really do like her kids, and I want to be better friends with her as well, so I'd said sure. She was relieved and said her husband would be out of town, and she needed a babysitter from 8 AM to 10 PM. I felt like it was a major bait and switch, because I thought she wanted to do something altogether. But I felt bad backing out when I had already told her I was completely free that day. I should have said something right then, but I didn't. Well, yesterday, I ran into a friend of mine, and she asked if I was excited for Saturday. I thought that was weird, because no, I'm not excited to babysit someone else's kids for 14 hours. But I said my kids were definitely excited. She said, "Oh, good. Is your husband taking them to do something fun? Or who is watching them?" To which I made a face and responded that I was watching them. And then she was the one who was confused, and said, "So you're not coming?" Well, last week, I didn't go to the end of year PTA meeting because I had just started my period, and I felt crummy and didn't want to go. I guess after the fact, some friends went out to lunch. They decided to plan a big girls' day to relax before the kids are back home all day for the summer, going to the city, shopping, pedicures, eating at nice restaurants, etc. And when it was brought up that I would probably love to go too, this friend said she needed to talk to me about some PTA stuff I missed, so she would tell me about it when she called me. But instead, she decided to use me as her babysitter. So I called the friend and told her I wasn't aware of the girls' day at the time, and that I wouldn't be able to watch her kids after all. She asked if my husband could watch her kids too, which was a no. She started crying that she really needed this, and what would she do now since her husband won't be home, and it's too late to find someone willing to watch 5 kids for 14 hours, with no pay. And then, once the tears weren't working, she just got angry. She said it was rude to back out of a commitment just so I could selfishly do something fun, and how I'm an awful friend. My friends are all feeling super uncomfortable with the whole thing. We're all typically a very happy, drama-free friend group, so I know no one wants to take sides, and now I'm wondering if I even go at all. So, am I the antagonist for backing out of watching her kids when I committed to it already? For starters, you being free on that day doesn't mean you owe her your free time to look after her kids. And merely answering that you're free doesn't equate to accepting her demands. But more importantly, she deceived you by disguising her request as a get-together with you under a pretense of friendship. She is definitely not your friend. Now let's take a look at the comments. Not the antagonist. The friends should be taking sides. This lady lied to them and tricked OP. That's shady behavior. It's user behavior. I'd be sitting the other ladies down and saying, "You realize she lied to you, right? And then left me out of the group activity and tricked me. And y'all are okay with this. You're fine with someone treating me that way. Will you be down when she starts treating you that way?" Not the antagonist. I have something to add from a different POV, since I work in childcare field. I know exactly why this friend doesn't have a babysitter. Because she is a liar. She says she has 2 kids, so babysitter would agree on rate of 2 children, only to find there are 5 kids at home later. She says she needs 8 hours, then she's gone for 14 hours. And of course she refuses to pay for additional kids or additional hours. She says, "We agreed on this total amount for today. You said you are free today anyways. Don't you understand how hard to be a parent and my money is tight?" And next time, she asks, "My kids loved you so much and misses you. Can you come back again?" She may add, "You seem to love kids like your own. Hopefully, you watch them for free." No sane babysitter ever comes back. So now she's doing the same to her friend. Here's an update. I had someone ask for an update on what I ended up doing yesterday, so here it is. I followed the advice from a lot of you to talk to one of the friends I'm closer to in the group, Sarah, to kind of get a feel for what was going on. Sarah said she was kind of frustrated with everyone. After I had run into the friend, her name is Casey to make it less confusing. Casey had filled everyone in on what had happened. They all agreed that the mean friend, Jenny, shouldn't have lied or tricked me into watching her kids, but they all sympathized with her. I guess it is Jenny's 15th anniversary this weekend, but her husband forgot and had planned a boys' camping trip. So she was sad and angry with her husband, and they all knew she would really need a little getaway to cheer her up. Though it doesn't sound like anyone blamed me for not babysitting. They were disappointed for her and put all of their energy into making a plan for her to still be able to go. And no one really seemed to bat an eye whether I was going to go or not, or care that I was sad, except for Sarah. However, when it came time to make final plans for everything, someone decided to do the math and realized that if I was going to come, we would no longer all fit into the Suburban my friend Kim was going to drive. It's a 2-hour drive to the city, so taking one vehicle was definitely ideal. Sarah volunteered to drive her car, and we would just take 2, but it all just felt so forced and so uncomfortable that I just ended up backing out. I mentioned in a few of my comments that I have always known I'm not one of the most involved friends in the group, but I've known most of them for almost a decade, so I guess I thought there was more substance to our friendship than they did. I don't think any of them have anything against me or dislike me, but I'm realizing I'm just not that important to them. It was pretty disappointing, and it definitely opened my eyes. So that all happened on Thursday, and I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty heartbroken by it all. The next day, when my husband came home for lunch, he told me to hurry and pack an overnight bag because he had booked a hotel room for me and my sister-in-law to go have our own girls' night. His mom and sister pulled up an hour later so his mom could watch the kids after my husband went back to work. And his sister, who is seriously just the best, and I had the best 24-hour getaway ever. Some people can be real jerks. I just feel so dang lucky that my husband and family aren't. Your husband is lovely for cheering you up with a spontaneous getaway. I bet you enjoyed it. Also, Sarah is definitely a friend worth having. I would reevaluate your friendship with the rest of them since they let this whole incident brush over. And this story also serves as a reminder to choose your friends wisely, because unfortunately, there are friends out there who will take advantage of you. What do you guys think of the story? Let me know. And that's all for tonight. Be sure to visit us next time. And if you want to, leave a like and subscribe.